Welcome to Say Moo.
Ooh, I like that. That came out of how did you come up with that? That was good.
Ooh, we could have done Say Milk. No, Say Moo works.
Yeah, say moo.
Say milk is crazy.
Also, Trey,
We're
Yeah.
recording.
what are you doing over there? You
We're
taking a
recording straight out of the ass of a cow today.
Oh god, the
It's
cow's
recording.
even like getting
Wait.
into it. It looks like I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay, never mind.
There's no milk in here.
Oh god.
What the
Oh, somebody died to the cow. Look at him. He's running back with his 3 eye. Oh, never mind. It was.
Point and laugh, point and
Oh
laugh.
wait, he actually did die. Oh yeah, that's because there's the hard version. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I thought he
people
actually
are
died to
definitely
the normal
resetting that.
version.
No, I mean, well, maybe. Who knows?
Yo,
Have you
I
tried
heard
that
the hard version. I heard it goes pretty hard.
It does, I think. Ubaru, have you tried it?
I tried it, but I didn't like fully go through with it. Just 'cause I was trying it first day, and I was just grinding for the pet, like AFKing on stream, and then I got it on stream, so that's why I got this guy behind me. But
I'm sorry. I
Cute.
just need to take a screenshot of my perspective right now with Trey behind this cow. This is bad. This is bad.
I like
Oh.
Trey's fit. I like Trey's fit with the. Oh wow, yeah, that's not good.
It's bad, dude.
Why did you choose to wear that today? What was your decisions?
Life decisions behind a cow wearing that. Can we just question Trey's life decisions right now?
I looked at my bank and I have like my tab for random stuff, and I was like, I don't have anything interesting. I saw you already had the cow outfit, so I was just like, I'll just
Yeah.
grab some random shit.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Looks good.
It's like a,
Looks
it's
good.
an arty knight who is getting a little above his means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Andy
living above his means.
he left Artie too. He's an
Yeah, that's true.
adventurer.
$2,000 pants, but like $0 in the wallet type shit.
Right.
We have a wonderful episode today, and honestly, actually, you know what? Let's start off with just the cow boss experience. You know, what was your guys' experience with it? I did the quest. I got the muleta, as you guys see, equipped on me, and I got the bottomless milk bucket, but I didn't get the pet or anything. But I did it on the hardcore, so I'm brave. I don't know. I consider myself brave.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I did it on day of release. I died 8 times to the regular boss because I was AFKing, and if you
What?
AFK for too long, it kills you. Yep.
Oh,
Damn.
Because of the
Damn.
20-minute AFK timer for combat or whatever, and you have like 30-minute login timer. So you just sit there while you like don't do any damage. And I've died 8 times to the boss. So if you look at the thing, it's kind of embarrassing. But yeah, I got the pet at like 1500 KC,
So cute.
and yeah, it's pretty
so
cute.
Why can't it?
I like it.
Listen, I'll be honest. I wish the cow could transmog into like a normal looking mini cow like that with the spots.
That would be nice. I would like that.
'Cause
Yeah.
it feels a little bit plain. I mean, I like it. It's still cute. I like that addition, but I don't know.
It has an emote.
What?
It says it has an
Wait, it
emote right
does?
here.
Dude, this is the cow that it
Whoa.
reminds me of.
What?
It just
Uh,
moves its neck. It's not really doing much.
I'm sorry, it's loading.
I think it's mooing. Oh
Aw.
yeah.
It's that cow.
Yeah.
It's
I don't even-
so cute. It has to be the
I don't even know how
rank
to
1 cutest
describe
pet,
those
I think.
cows.
This
Yeah,
cow.
Just like
Okay,
super fluffy.
I don't know. I get a little bit like scared from cows. I think there's like a primal reaction from me, like looking at that cow's face. Like
What?
I know it's kind of like a
You
baby
think
or
it's like a
something.
bull
there.
or something?
No, there's something uncanny about cows' faces when you just look at them directly. It's almost like they
What?
know, you know, they know, you know. It's sort of like that look, you know, you're just staring at them and you're like, what do you know that you don't think I know? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm in enemy territory right now. I love cows. They're
really?
so cute, man.
But like to be around, like, I mean, I don't get me wrong. Like, I think cows are
Yeah.
kind of cute and like in video
Yeah.
games and stuff, but low-key, they're kind of terrifying. I don't know. I'm just kinda
Yeah,
scared.
from
They're
age
big.
1 to like 3, I lived on like a farm in
Oh,
India
okay. That
with
probably.
my yeah.
So
So
you have, like,
like
fond
I
memories.
don't know. Yeah, I have like really good memories with cows. They're just such nice
Aw.
animals.
That is cute.
I was
Yeah.
like, because I'm pretty sure we sold our cow, and I remember I was like crying so much, and then to
Oh.
distract me, like my uncle got me to start counting like the money that like teammate for
Oh
selling the
no.
cow.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
and
evil.
yeah,
sad.
I swear to
yeah,
God, that is evil.
yeah, it was fucked, but it worked. I got like, yeah, my ADHD ass brain, you know.
Mm,
Damn.
yeah. Well, nice.
Sorry, that got like so deep.
It did. I'm
Well, now we know that
contemplating
cows scare
life.
Satyr.
So I didn't do Cow Boss when it first came out because we were in the middle of a bingo and that was not on the board. Shout out Knights of the Flip Bloblick. My team took fourth, but yeah, I just killed it for the first time right before we started recording, and it was very easy. I I can't say much more than that.
Okay. Did you try the hard version?
No, no. Is it hard? Like they said it was gonna be the hardest boss they've ever released, right?
I don't think I think they said it was going to be like Awakened Leviathan, which some could argue is a hard boss, but I think there's just a very basic movement pattern that's very awkward at first, and that's the difficulty behind it. It's just very punishing.
Yeah. It's really just learning the muscle memory, and then once you get far enough into the fight, you have to flick prayer that's being
Yeah.
told to you. So you just have to.
Mm.
It's like memory puzzle plus like knowing where you need to stand exactly on certain ticks, and then you're
Mm.
fine.
All right. First question today, real question, is if you had full creative control and unlimited budget, what piece of RuneScape media would you make? And that could be like a movie or a book or another game or whatever, just any piece of media. It's a great question, Trey. Is this yours?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Such a good question. I had fun thinking about this one. So I would want to do like, imagine like a blockbuster fucking like movie about like the God Wars and like the whole like the whole beef between
Beef.
uh
I see what you did there.
yeah yeah
That's the new
exactly
6-7.
no pun intended or sorry pun intended but yeah no between like you know like Zaros and Zabarak and Sarah Doman and then like Gothic's waking up and just like yeah, I don't know I think that's so interesting because obviously that's something that happened so far like so long ago in our lore, so it's something that we only hear like whispers about in the actual game and like the game that we play. So I think it'd be really cool to learn more about it because that's just such a cool concept, like gods fighting amongst themselves. Like that's so crazy.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Got any dream casting for it?
Oh, that is a great question, but I don't know. No one's coming to mind really. I don't
Brad
know.
Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Chris Pratt, the usuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw Timothy Chalamet and Jacob Elordi in there. Call it a day.
Yeah. Call
Yeah.
it a day. Yeah,
Scarlett
That'll do it.
Johansson.
Timothy Chalamet as Sarah Doman. Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson as Ziliana.
Exactly.
I'm in.
Nice. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with movie as well. I feel like just having a movie that is it's not focused on the adventurer's perspective of RuneScape, because I feel like that would lead to a pretty boring movie or just almost too goofy because it would end up slipping into comedy. I do feel like it would be cool to have a serious movie about like the Third Age or whatever and make it feel. I mean, no matter what, I feel like if you try to make something serious about RuneScape, it's going to come off as just the cringiest thing of all time. But the question is about unlimited budget. So like, if you could really get the best of the best and make something on the level of Lord of the Rings style and make something that is just a multi-year project with the highest, but $1 billion budget or whatever, I think you could make something really fucking cool out of it.
I mean, that's kind of what happened for League of Legends. Think about it. Like a League of Legends, like major like show or movie in concept, like that as a concept, that sounds funny, right? It sounds like stupid almost,
Uh-huh.
right? But I think they did Arcane pretty well. Like I've always heard like really good things about Arcane.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Arcane. A lot of people have been trying to suck me into watching the show. I'm like, I don't know. So like seeing something like that would be cool too.
Yeah.
For me personally, I would really love to see from Jagex, different like IP, like things that are RuneScape adjacent, but like things that could be successful game wise that isn't necessarily like things that we've had. Like if you look at Brighter Shores, it was like an attempt at that, and obviously it's not owned by Jagex because it was Andrew Gower, right, who made that game. So
Yeah.
like he made that, and it's basically like an RS3-ish kind of clone, and like block chunks as you like, you know, uncover more areas around the map. And it's like the same kind of idea, but like something that's in the same wheelhouse as RuneScape that's expansive. I think that could be built in a different way than RuneScape has been. Like maybe it doesn't have to be an MMO. Maybe it could be just like an RPG game, something like a Baldur's Gate or something like that, where it's
Ooh.
more
Hmm.
story driven, but like RuneScape derived, you know, more focused on the actual story.
Okay.
I think that could be really interesting.
I started thinking about this tangent of it would be really interesting if somebody who knows a lot about like the lore back and forth compiled a list of the what would make the most sense of the all of the quests in the game like in linear order, like what would be the most sensible progression of like the story overall.
Mm.
I wonder what that would
Hmm.
look like.
Hmm.
I mean, I know that a lot of the quest lines are very disparate, but you could almost fill in some of the gaps with like, oh, and you know, when this happened in Mauritania, it awakened the elves in Prifddinas or something. It began. I don't know. It'd be kind of
Right.
cool if that like all got filled in and tied all together to some ultimate end.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, what'd be also
Like,
really
yeah,
interesting
yeah.
is thinking about how, like, if you were to really trace back the lore, like this would be something to ask Mod Ed or something, like fill in all the gaps all the way to the beginning of Gillinor. You know, like what did it look like before all the third age and second age and first age and whatever? Like what happened to create the first like society in Gillinor? You know, like what did that look like? Because when you go to Fossil Island, you see these like ammonite crabs and ammonite fossils and stuff. So you know this place has fucking been around for a while. So that'd be interesting to hear the lore about the beginnings and like the gods maybe in the early times before like the humans started existing and whatever. Be interesting.
Who created the lore for Old School?
It's just been a mix, a mishmash of everything. I think Andrew Gower
Mm.
mostly is obviously the one that's taken the lead, but
Yeah.
he's got an interesting brain if you think about it. Andrew Gower making this thing, like
Yeah.
he's creative. I wonder. Do you
Like
know what?
30 years ago as well. 30 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. This guy had motion before we were fucking born. So
Yeah.
That's true.
RuneScape's
Real.
such a special game. It's just the way that you can, it feels like something like if I was as creative as that, I would want to make like that this type of game because you just have everything in it. Like you can
yeah,
put all of your nerd shit in one place. You know,
yeah,
there's so many, so
yeah.
just all the different places. You get your horror, you get your comedy, every little niche of nerddom you can fit into RuneScape. And I feel like not many games can capture all of it at once like this game does.
Yeah, yeah.
So true.
Ugh.
Okay, so I narrowed my answer down to 3. I'll go quickly. So number 3 is Stellar Dawn, which if you don't know is basically the sci-fi RuneScape that died a long time ago. But I
Ooh.
would love to have the old school RuneScape inspired Stellar Dawn officially made. You know, same mechanics, same point and click stuff,
Oh, that would
but
be so sick.
yeah,
Okay.
like I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of like with the Dragon Wilds and stuff, like people want to take the RuneScape world into other genres, but I feel like what makes RuneScape so cool is the mechanics of it. As janky as they are, we as a community and the J mods in response to that have turned this into such a unique game. Like I don't personally know of any other games that are this type of intense point and click feel. So it'd be cool to see that in another universe. Um, so that's number 3. Number 2 is just more RuneScape board games would probably be what I would do if I did have the money. I haven't actually played the official RuneScape board game, but there's so many other ways they could go with it. I'm a huge board game nerd, so I would just love to see more RuneScape board games. And then my actual answer is I want from Robert Eggers, director of The Witch and Nosferatu, a Soul's Bane movie.
Ooh, that would be sick.
That's
Mm.
crazy, dude.
Just a fucked up psychological horror exploration of sadness and inner struggle.
That okay, listen,
Um,
we are changing the rules here for Say More from now on. Whenever Trey comes up with a question, he has to answer it first so we can all be inspired first, because we're coming out with just the worst
yeah.
ideas, and then this guy just is cooking hard. Well, he didn't come up with the
Sorry,
worst
sorry.
ideas, but you are cooking, Trey. Listen,
He wanted to end on a bang. That's why.
it
Did it
is
on
true.
purpose.
That idea of the whole sci-fi RuneScape, that is so unbelievably genius. And I'm thinking right now, like back to the days where I was playing Star Wars Phantom Menace on PS1 and shit, like these very basic things where you're in like the spaceship with the battle droids and whatever else. Imagine it was RuneScape mechanics where everything's tile based, just like you were saying, Trey, and like you're going around and like you can melee these guys, you can shoot them with your guns, you can have these magic beams that are like your magic skill kind of like, but then like, and sailing is spaceships, you know, so when you get on your boat it's like a spaceship instead, and you go to a new ship or a new planet or whatever, and you're on a new planet and there's resources and everything else, and it's exactly like that sort of RuneScape, except everything has been elevated and just like moved into the future where everything's like space now. Like that sounds so awesome, so fucking awesome. I'd be all about that. Holy crap, that's so cool.
So just to be
Imagine.
clear, as
Yeah.
much as I want to take credit for it, do you know the history of Stellar Dawn?
I don't even know what Stellar Dawn is necessarily. Like I've heard
So
it.
this
but
is an actual game that was in development by Jagex.
Oh
wait,
shit.
is
I'm
it?
on the wiki. Yeah,
I need
this
to
is
see.
a
I need
real
to
thing
look
that.
this up.
So here, I have the wiki pulled up for it right now. It was originally known as Mechscape, and this is 2010. They
Oh,
announced
this
that
was
they would be making
Mechscape. This is the stuff that
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Mod Ash was talking about. Oh, okay. So this is
Yeah,
Mechscape.
yeah.
I did not. Okay, now it's all connecting.
I don't know when the name got changed. It was
Yeah,
something
okay.
that it just feels like this such lost potential. Because yeah, I thought the same thing when I heard it. Like, yeah, sci-fi RuneScape would be so fun.
Oh my god. Why would they? I'm seeing a screenshot right here on the wiki. Why would they make it so that it's super good graphics? Like, why not keep the exact same sort of engine and go space themed with it? Like, why not? Like, you could build a game from the ground up using the same sort of engine, all new scenery, all new weapons, all new everything, all new gear, like an entirely new world. This is the kind of stuff we've been thinking about with like Project Xanaris that got scrapped. I mean, being able to make an entirely separate world, like just painting in a different, style.
Imagine, yeah, like that sci-fi concept, but from the POV of a level 2 man. It's like a man, he like wakes up in his like bed, like normal day, like getting up, and he goes outside, and all of a sudden there's like a giant, like there's like a random event of like Niles like harassing someone. You know
What
what I
if you-
mean? Like,
You know
What
what?
if you like when you make your account, you have to go through normal old school tutorial island, and then it's just like you just get on a spaceship and fly off, and it just blows your mind. You have no idea what's going on. You just have a bronze sword in your hand.
Yeah.
yeah.
There are other worlds than these.
Ugh, I so desperately want a sci-fi themed RuneScape now. What would the skills be? Because you'd have like space mining, and that would probably be like more like spaceship stuff where you're like blasting rocks and shit, and then you'd have I'm sure you'd have like the basic skills as well, but everything would be different. Like you wouldn't have the same logs, the classic logs on Earth. You'd have all these like different sort of space.
Yeah, you'd have to have like
things.
engineering
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
Excavating,
Yeah,
Excavating,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
A lot more like space, but you could still have like Slayer, and you could still have these interesting like rune, because you could even sort of still tie it into the RuneScape universe where there still are runes maybe, but you've now advanced where you now have like science as a skill and whatever, engineering and whatever else.
Computation. Yeah, shit like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
That's computation.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that'd be so interesting, Loki. Like I don't know how that would look, but knowing it would be the same mechanics. I think of the boss fights, think of the raids that you'd go into. Just it would
Yeah.
still feel classic RuneScape, but just completely different weapons and everything, guns and
Yeah.
shit.
And it's an easier like it's an easier transition than you would think, because like I did this D&D game one time with some people where we just it was a sci-fi theme like we're talking about, but we just used D&D 5th edition, and it was just like create your character, and now instead of a sword you have like a mechanical like laser chainsaw, and instead of magic it's your technology of your like mech suit, and instead of ranged it's your laser gun or something. And so it could be exactly the same feel as a RuneScape boss fight, just it just is reskinned and
Yeah.
rethemed.
Oh,
And
I'm all about. We need Trey. I might get you on the Sae Bae cast, like just me and you alone. We just got to talk about this. We just got to we just got to drill in
Hell
on this
yeah.
for like 4 hours.
Mechscape. Yeah.
It's coming 2027.
Okay,
Go fund me.
Such a great question. Here is the second one. With the recent discussion of raids for rewards, what mega rare / rewards would you like being put into the game? Can be suggested or created from yourself. Created by yourself, I'm guessing. Yeah, so we've obviously seen on the Reddit all these different ideas pouring in about raids for rewards. What are you guys leaning on right now?
I like filling the slots of things that haven't really been like addressed before when it comes to like raids items. I think like the utility ring unlock as like a scroll would be cool, or like making, a lot of people were suggesting where if you could hold like two-handed weapons or one-handed weapons or whatever it was, but you have like two rings, access to two rings, or like the turmoil prayer as an unlock. I like a lot of those. I like a lot of things that aren't like direct upgrades for things that were suggested or like that were previously gotten from other raids.
Mm.
So I like the ring slot idea a lot. Given that like, Doom gives really great upgrades and it's not even a raid unique, So it's like I think we're gonna get bis from random bosses and different activities. So I'd like something that's probably not conventional as an upgrade. I didn't really like their suggested elemental armor. I think it's kind of like a cop out to me personally. I think that they could make something better.
Yeah,
but
that
I
feels
just don't
more
really
like
like the elemental.
it feels like a more
spells
like
in general.
default boss sort of armor that could come from there. I
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
concept, but from raids, yeah.
But that's just my personal choice. Like I think utility and giving more prayers, or just maybe even like cherry picking some things from Ruinous and adding it to the normal prayer book.
Mm.
Things like utility things could be good. Like how they added double death charge to Yama. Just stuff that like makes the game better that people have wanted, I think would be nice. Just options. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
You know what? You just brought up the idea of like upgraded spells. Think about something like Burning Vengeance. So a new upgrade to Vengeance that's like Burning Vengeance. So not only do you get the Vengeance, but you also get this Burning, and maybe it only happen. Well, I think they'd probably have to implement some version of that into PvP, because I'm sure the PvPers would want something like that. And I don't think it sounds too broken.
It'd have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be like separate burning, because you know how like burn stacks work with the Moon's armor. It couldn't be like the same burning, but if it was a separate system, I think it would be fine. But if it could stack, like if it was burning where it stacks with your Moon's armor, that would be really OP with Venge, how people fight at the PvP world. So
yeah,
I don't think that would work.
Okay,
if it did stack.
They could make it so it's just PVM, but I do feel like the Lunar spellbook. I personally would enjoy if Lunars was simply the sort of like skilling spellbook, and they leaned more and more and more into that. But there is always a reason to be on that spellbook for PVM. I mean, you got Turiel skipping and stuff, and then you got Vengeance and
True
Cure Me and whatever else. So you do have.
It's also pretty overpowered because you can spellbook swap from it. So I think that's one of the biggest things about Lunars, why it's so great compared to most spellbooks, because you can pretty much access anything. So I think that's why they don't add too many PVM options with it, at least from like updates. That's why I think. But
interesting.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was like, now you got me thinking, like, how would you feel about if every spellbook had a spellbook swap at level 96 or whatever it is on the Lunars? Is that broken?
I feel
like if the fact that you can already kind of be on Lunars and do the same thing.
I
now
wonder
you
if
can
it would just make it convoluted in general, but I guess it would make sense to have that on everything at that point because you're gonna want everything from one spell book to like maximize DPS. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hard to say.
That's interesting though. I do like that idea. I think I'll just answer quickly. I think the way Jagex is representing the melee route, like they're saying this raids 4 is going to be very melee focused, and they want that, and they actually said, and I agree with them about like melee being the more fun style out of the three, just because it's
Agreed.
a little bit riskier and everything feels a little bit more like mechanical, sort of like right up in your face. And I love that. And so even though, I would love a ballista or like even like a 3-tick ballista or even like a dual wield ballista, you got like 2 in each of your
Ooh.
hand or 1 in each of your hands, just
Double
like shooting.
crossbow.
Yeah, like the
That could be
double.
sick.
I think a double ballista thing is just shooting javelins. Like that would be so cool if it was good. But I can't lie, if they're gonna lean into melee, I just want a 2-tick crush melee weapon. I want that so bad. Like,
Brass knuckles.
yeah, abyssal
That'd be
knuckles.
sick.
Abyssal knuckles.
Even like a claw variant could be cool. You know what I mean? Like where it's not a spec derived. It's something like, I don't know, like it could be like a huge like mech claw or something that like goes up your arm. So that, I don't know, something like that could be cool.
That's for the sci-fi version, the claw
Yeah.
arm.
or like I don't know, like vine claw because it's gonna be from like trees or something.
Ooh, like
So
a
it could be,
Bardorvis claw, like that thing growing out of your fucking skull.
something like that.
Actually, it's growing
Like
out
a
of his
Guthix
shoulder.
claw. Be interesting.
Ooh, he just whacked you.
So I was trying to think of like, okay, normally if I was just looking at the surface level, I would have said like, oh, like a combined necklace, like a necklace that's like best in slot for like all 3 things. But like actually thinking about it, I don't know. I think it would be cool to see maybe, I don't know. I think it's been long enough that divines have been our strongest potions. Like, I'm not saying we need something as strong as an overload,
We do.
but
or we need the overload, maybe that boosts to 120 in my opinion, because like 118
maybe
go to
it doesn't
120.
have to be 125, or is that what overload
Yeah,
is?
yeah,
I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 125. It can be something a little bit less, or it can be something like, like 122, and then and instead of 5 minutes, it's like 2 minutes, so that you have to be really, really like strategic with its use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think something like that could be cool too. I like the way that you guys were thinking in terms of thinking about sort of like not like weapon or armor upgrades really, but like kind of supplementary things, like really OP supplementary things, basically.
I do like the idea of an overload. I think that that'd be good. They did that in Dead mode that I played a little bit like a few months ago. And how it worked was I think it got you to 120 stats, but I think it lowered your defense by like 8 or 10 levels if you were max level, something like that. So it wouldn't actually boost your defense like it would the overloads in raids, but it would slightly nerf you. Not that like in PVM your defense necessarily matters if you have prayer overheads, but like let's say you used it in PvP, you're actually at a disadvantage if you don't have defense. So I think for that point it would be good, and I think that would be a very balanced way to do it if they implemented that. Yeah, I like that.
I do like overloads, and I think like one, you could just make it so an overload is just a secondary alongside like a super combat and a ranged pot and a magic pot, like actually where magic pots actually have a use again, where you actually have to mix them to make an overload. Because one, it would, because I would imagine the overload would only still boost you to the saturated hearts level, so just 112. Is that right? Whatever it is, or is what is saturated heart? Is that boost you to 112? I can't even remember now. I think it is.
I can't
Yes,
either.
I think so.
Okay. But it would be cool to have the option, because the saturated heart would still be worth if you're just in a spot that's, just hybriding or even just mage only. But if you were ever to tribrid and you just wanted overloads, then you don't have to feel bad about like not having that saturated heart, because you're going to be getting the same boost with this consumable.
So I'm kind of approaching this from more of the thematics of it. And I would love if the kind of the thematics of the rewards were, because, once again, this is the archive, and kind of almost like a Lovecraftian kind of mentality of these were knowledge that was locked away that we weren't supposed to know, and we're discovering, and it's, you know, too powerful for us to handle, kind of a thing. I would love that kind of feel. You know, I think I'm the only one who's ever wanted this, but I've always wanted, you know, more of like I've wanted a psionic spell book, you know, with like spells that involve like sanity and stuff. And I love that mechanic from Whisper. Just you know, having that could be more than just in the Whisperer fight, but you know, having these items all tied together thematically like that with different things that we find in the archive, you know, and I don't really have good options for what those would actually be. Um, I think that, you know, the community and you guys, you know, everybody, all these different armor sets and stuff. I don't know. I'm happy with a lot of the stuff that has been projected. Um, I don't know. It's that, you know, Jagex made their whole blog about how hard it is to find the right reward space for this raid, and I kind of am in that same boat. It's just hard because the game is so fleshed out right now that they have to make something that's, you know, good enough to be in a raid, and it's gonna do the thing that all their new upgrades have done, and it's gonna devalue something, or it's gonna be overpowered at something else, or it's just gonna, you know, not be valuable because it's not powerful enough. And there's so many items in the game that I wish they could make more powerful, like, you know, all of the non-scythe Avernic top rewards and stuff. And so I don't know. I do not have a strong feeling
Ooh.
towards what I want from Raids
Ooh, ooh,
4.
ooh, ooh. Okay, an idea just came to my head. What if, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. What if they came out with a super powerful melee weapon that was magic based?
Like a T-bow melee weapon?
Well, it wouldn't be exactly those effects of it, of like doing super high damage to high
Are you
magic
saying
things. You're
just
using
like
them.
a Void Waker?
Yeah, it's like a
for
Void
every
Waker.
attack?
It's basically a
Oh,
Void Waker
okay,
spec,
okay,
except it's
okay.
not guaranteed damage. It would just be, if something's weak to magic, you would normally have to bring your magic stuff, but this would be an option where you can bring full Torva and bring this new weapon that is magic based. So it
Oh, I
opens up
see
an
what you mean.
entirely different category of things you can now melee that you normally wouldn't have been able to, because it just wasn't an option.
You know, now
It's
that you
not a
mention it, you guys, you were just talking about, and I completely agree that melee is more fun. It is just inherently more fun in this game.
It
So
is.
just
yeah, it
making every
is.
combat style into melee, you know, just we'll have a range-based melee weapon and a
I
magic-based
mean, we
melee
already have it as
weapon.
salamanders.
Well, yeah, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
that's true.
that's true.
Yeah,
Although they're
but
I do
this would
dog
be
mainhand
shit,
that for
but yeah.
everything.
this would be a much
Yeah.
more fun version of a salamander, because one, using a salamander is so uncanny because of the effects of it. It's like when you're 2 tiles away from something and you attack it with a salamander, it's like this odd, like Michael Jackson move up, like slide up to the guy. It's just very odd instead of just taking a huge swing at it. So
All right, here.
I think there's room for it, low key.
All right, here we go. Just full left field here.
Okay.
We have like bless, you just get like the holy sandals, except you get the holy wraps around your hands. It's 2-tick magic based melee attack that scales off of your prayer level.
That's insane.
Prayer level, but not prayer gear.
Your prayer, yeah, I guess, yeah, your prayer bonus, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because if it was prayer bonus, then it would make sense for scaling wise,
Listen,
because otherwise people would just wear max and it wouldn't.
if we ever go down the route of having prayer be actually good in PVM scenarios, we need to clean up the fashionscape department in there. Like, what the fuck? If you're ever in actual prayer gear, you look like a total clown. A total clown.
Dude, the Colosseum armor is so drippy though. Like when people were doing leagues with the sunlight spear, which I want in the game, by the way. Even if it was nerfed to like, I don't know, like 50%, 60%, 70%, so it's not just
What
like
did that
crazy
spear do?
damage. It's like a 3x3 AoE damage that does. It's compounding based on your prayer, your active prayer bonus plus your melee strength plus your level plus like
Jesus.
all the stats you have.
Oh,
So
Is this a
if
spear
it
that
was
all
Soul
the
has?
stats you have, so you like rune crafting up.
No, not
Oh,
those, but
Combat
combat,
said that,
combat
okay.
plus prayer.
I wasn't sure.
So
It's
that's why,
leagues,
like,
it could have been. Who knows? I didn't play that
well,
far.
yeah, that's why I was asking about Trey's like item that he's suggesting, because if you scale it on prayer, then it'd be like the same way how the sunlight spear works. So it's more of a utility weapon. So you actually would have people who bring prayer gear to raids, making prayer gear actually good, and not just like people training Slayer or people AFKing, blood shards or something on an alt. It actually gives purpose to these things that are not just utility items that are useless for PBM.
Well,
So
it would also give, roles to raids, because you'd have a completely different gear set, and you would have like
true.
your
Yeah.
paladin. And I know that when Sater, when we did our episode way back, when the Sae Bae cast episode, we talked about, a weapon that scales off of, it's like a monk build where it scales off of how low your weight is. So that could be like another, that would be, I think stuff like that would be so cool. Obviously gives so much value to other items, but also, yeah, it gives you those roles and raids of like, okay, we got the monk, we got the paladin. It really gives you that, RPG feel with raiding.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Maybe something that's not really addressing everything that we've been talking about, but kind of directly related. Do you think they'll ever add another combat style to RuneScape, or at least old school RuneScape? Like
That's a good
thinking about
question.
like how certain character builds in different games, like a monk, like it attacks with like a prayer build. So like you could have like, or like a bard attacks with like music, but like as like a skill or like a combat style, Obviously like the combat triangle will be like convoluted by that point and won't really make sense. But I wonder if they would transition into doing different combat styles. I think that
Yeah.
would be interesting to give purpose to different items in the game that are kind of useless.
I mean, you could have a combat set. This would be very odd for RuneScape for sure. It'd have to be more sci-fi ish, but we already have mind raiding in this game with Vires mind raiding yourself. So like, what if we had
True.
a sort of like mind raiding skill that's more like meditation, monk, sort of like mystical shit? I mean, it really does feel like shamanism, kind of. It's kind of got that vibe, but this would be more like simplistic, foundational, like movement and stuff. So your guy is kind of more just martial arts style fighting, but there's like additional bonuses the higher you get that level up, where like you're stunning enemies and like lowering their damage immensely. So like you have to wear like a monk's outfit or some shit, or just wear very low weight stuff like graceful or whatever. I don't know. There'd be like some other sort of like monk armor, but it's so low. But if you're using it, you're getting such high monk powers that you've now nerfed your enemy. So it's basically as if you're attacking it like with armor, kind of. But again, it would like base it off your level. So I'm not saying this should come into the game, but if we were to have a new style, I think that'd be an interesting route to explore.
That'd be cool.
Okay. These are great. I'm really like, my brain is spinning right now, because in a good way. Like, I'm thinking of so many different cool things right now.
I'm sitting here trying to fit every D&D class into like a different thing. I'm thinking about like a warlock skill. So in D&D, warlocks are people who, they're spellcasters, but their power comes from an outside force. They're called a patron. So you can have like Cthulhu, or you can have like an evil lich or something. I was thinking about that in RuneScape. I guess it's kind of like switching your spellbook, where like you devote yourself to a different, I guess that's also kind of like the god alignment, but I'm thinking less gods and more of, beings on Earth. You could devote yourself to the Vires or something and gain special powers, or devote
Or
yourself
Neve.
to.
You devote yourself to Neve.
Yes, I am
Konar.
fully devoted to Neve.
I thought you were devoted to Konar.
I am a
Traitor.
Konarite.
Oh.
Well, I'm not too picky with my Slayer masters.
When it comes to Neve and Konar, it's a little less
Yeah,
picky.
I'll bring balance
He
to them.
stands Konar.
You'll bring balance to what?
I'll bring balance to both of them.
Okay. Yeah. Oh God. Okay. Next question, everybody. Cow Boss plays off an iconic NPC, but what is the most iconic NPC in OSRS? We'll start with Sin, and why is it Hans?
Okay, it is not Hans, guys. Listen, I just liked his pixels for the face values. Like, there was nothing beyond that. Okay.
You like his pixels?
Yes.
Just a handsome guy,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Nothing
he's
beyond
not,
that.
like,
You just had a little bit of
fair.
more preference for his pixels than other NPCs' pixels.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Precisely, actually. Uh, no, but okay. So the most iconic NPC. I'm glad you asked me first because I was like low-key worried that someone was gonna take this answer
Oh,
from
shit.
me because I think it's a pretty good answer. Okay,
Let's hear it.
the gnome child.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a really good
great
one.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mic
Oof.
drop, mic drop. Like,
Shit.
because the gnome child's influence has permeated beyond just the RuneScape community, beyond the gaming community. Like, he is in normie territory. Even if you
Yeah,
ask like a normie
very
if they've
normie.
seen him, like the child, him,
They're gonna know who it
right?
is, even
Yeah,
if they
they're gonna
don't know
know.
the
Yeah, they're
game.
like, oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
I did see it once, like on like some random social media platform, you know? But that's how far his reach has gone. That's the
Okay.
level of celebrity we are dealing with.
Transcends the game. Just became
Yeah.
a cultural icon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
That's,
oh,
such a
go.
good answer.
Yeah, it is.
yeah. Well, I got to go second because there's only
Deal.
one other option.
Deal.
Because so yeah, for me it was a bit. I was thinking either the gnome child or the wise old man. So
Mhm.
I feel like within RuneScape, the wise old man is the most iconic. But I think you're right that the gnome child, because it has some kind, there's a little bit of meme status with it. It gets more into the outside culture. But I think within the community, the wise old man is the most iconic by far.
Yeah, I think he's definitely up there. I think that's a great answer. Like when I was initially thinking about this, he was up there for me. Gonna
Yeah,
have to.
I think
Yeah.
it's those two are the only two answers you could possibly have. So I'm curious to hear what the other two people have to say.
Me too.
Now we have to have a. Now we need to have a fucking different answer because you guys picked the most goated ones. Fuck no.
You know what I'm gonna go with?
Mm.
Jad.
Oh,
Okay, that is a really good one. Yeah,
Thank you.
I was thinking that too. Look,
Thank you.
I was
that's a
thinking them
classic
all.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do feel like Jad is one of those where like you see it and it's just old school immediately. It's just like no question.
That was like back in the day. If you were able to kill Jad, you were like,
You could get any bitch.
you were like the faker of RuneScape, dude.
Oh yeah.
True.
I feel like
Actually, true.
if I'm putting these into categories, you know, Gnome Child is the most pervasive outside RuneScape. Wise Old Man is the
Yep.
most pervasive inside RuneScape. I feel like Jad could be the most iconic for people who played in 2007 and never again after that. That's like the most memorable thing from people who played back in the day.
Well, now that you guys have all the good answers, I feel really stupid.
We're
'cause
saving
I
the
was
best for
doing a more
last.
personal.
What is the best?
Well, I was doing a more personal one. I was thinking like the grand
He's
tree.
stalling.
Just like the
He
guy
doesn't
you
know.
talk
He doesn't
to.
know his answer yet. He's still
Wait,
stalling.
was it-
No, I know. I was
Hold
thinking
on,
just like the grand tree NPC. I feel like it's actually like
Okay.
hugely
Oh, okay.
undervalued for like how iconic it is because it actually teleports you around the game. Like it's one of the oldest NPCs in the game. Like it's the hugest part of knowledge for the gnomes and everything. Like I don't know, I really liked the actual tree itself.
Sort of sounds like you're shilling for Big Tree. I'm not gonna lie. Like, where did that come from, man? Like, what's up?
I'm about tree,
Yeah.
man. I'm about tree. Yeah, shout out to trees.
Well, at least
man.
he's not afraid to admit it. Now that actually is a genuinely good answer. I was also thinking rat, like
Mhm.
level 1 rat. Like that's
Yeah.
very
Ah.
iconic. You see those fuckers
There's-
everywhere.
Have you guys seen that Twitter account that's like low poly something?
What?
Sounds kind of
like-
familiar.
It just like shows like low poly.
Oh,
Oh.
yes,
Images.
low poly
Yeah, so-
images. Yeah, and it
yeah,
showed
yeah,
a
yeah.
rat one time. I do remember that.
Exactly. So rat's been on there, like shrimp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they show the
Shrimp,
food a lot.
that is also
like
a
the
pretty
beef.
iconic NPC. Yeah, because everyone just
Hmm.
appreciates the design of like the icon.
Well, it's
of
the first
like,
thing
the
you do in
shrimp
the
icon.
game.
Huh?
True.
It's the first thing you do in the game is catch a shrimp.
That is so true.
It is the first thing
Holy
you do.
shit.
Now, the first thing you
That
do
is
is open a door.
literally the first thing you do.
Yeah,
Door.
talk to the
Door is
guy.
the best NPC in this game.
Actually,
Door.
I have an alternate answer because thinking about the first thing you do, the standard characters, aka the bot, that is also kind of an iconic. It's literally not an NPC because it is a PC, but as far as
Yeah.
iconic things from RuneScape, I feel like the classic bot, build is very iconic as well.
Yeah, that's actually facts. Dude, that's just such a good answer. Like that is actually up there with like Gnome Child, actually, in terms of like recognition.
Mhm.
I've
Yeah,
seen
because
like
people go
DJs
to comic
using like
cons.
yeah, like I've seen like DJs using bots as like their visuals for their sets.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like even yeah, no, a Trey on Tutorial Island, it's definitely that. Or like even like Vanaka. He's also
That
pretty up
was
there.
that was the
Yeah,
most iconic to me
Tanaka.
because I was free to play for so long as a kid back in the day. I wasn't members until I had like basically finished free to play and well, in my opinion. But I always thought of him because I was like, he's the greatest of all time. He told me that and I believed him. And so like I was so excited for members and then I found out he's like a
Yeah.
mid-level Slayer master. I was like, that guy was full of shit.
Yeah, this guy sucks. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, this
Oh, great
is
answers, guys. Great
yeah,
answers.
this is a great one. With the cow boss having an awaken / hard mode, what boss would you like to have see a harder variant added to, and what would be the reward?
I had an idea for this. In the second last leagues, I'm pretty sure, or was it the most? I think it was the most recent leagues actually. It was um the variant of all the bosses, like the Dagonoth Kings, where you had to like flick all the prayers in order and stuff like that. I wonder if they would have like a upgraded version of that, where maybe I don't know, like the prayers go in a different way, or like there's added mechanics to things like that, where it's a step up from things that we've already experienced or learned, to make them more challenging, kind of like how, like Vardorvis goes to Awaken Vardorvis. There's more mechanics and steps with that. I did like the DKs a lot, like the Grotesque Guardians boss variant for leagues. I think there was another one I liked. I can't remember. Oh, the Coliseum was fun, although it was just kind of the same thing, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. So I think something like that would be nice. Just like a higher tier of that, just making it more difficult. I think it could be like more relatable to people because they would actually know the bosses.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I did not do that leagues, and all I heard coming out of it was everybody wanted echo bosses in the main game. They were talking about how it made so many of the bosses that people don't enjoy or are easy or anything so much more enjoyable.
Yeah, it makes them actually fun. Like doing DKs now is just like soul sucking, and doing it there was engaging because you had to flick or else you take a huge amount of damage or you get poisoned or whatever it was. So it was really nice.
You know what I want to see is, and I hate to even have to say this name because there's so many of these in the fucking game these days, but Kraken, the normal Kraken, not all the other pygmy Krakens and the fucking vampire Krakens and whatever other Krakens are out there, nightmare Krakens, vampire Krakens. So, aren't they adding another Kraken as well to also drop something? Anyway, the normal Kraken. Imagine a hard mode normal Kraken that uses its 4 tentacles, like the 4 tentacles that are out. Those start
Mhm.
slamming on the ground. You see shadows beforehand. You have to dodge out of the way. So he's like
Oh
slamming all over the place.
shit.
And then he's like splashing water. So there's like waves kind of coming in the area as well. So you gotta like dodge these waves, dodge his big tentacle slapping you across the fucking face. And then he could even have an
Mm.
attack that like does a full like swipe with his tentacle like across. And what you'd have to do is I don't know, click it to jump over it. Maybe it's like an agility obstacle kind of, you to like click it. And you could just have this fun, more engaging fight where you're still just classically attacking Kraken, but it's got way more HP, and the whole fight seems to be you kind of moving around this choreographed little like just Kraken having a meltdown kind of. That'd be fun.
He could even have a special where he like floods the arena and you have to swim around, like switch to your trident and do like water fighting.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then your boat, you call your boat, and no, I'm kidding. No, don't involve the boats quite yet. But seriously, like I think right now with Krakens, if you had a hard version Kraken that had better loot, like it just had a slightly better drop table, slightly improved, maybe it gets rid of the like bucket and the pirate boots and whatever. It just becomes a little bit more lucrative. That could be really enjoyable, especially if you got like a task. I feel like as soon as you get the unlocks, Kraken becomes very fucking boring, and there's only one way to kill it. And even the baby versions are like the adult version. Like it's just, I'm saying adult version, like the boss variant, but like it's all the same shit. So why not have a harder version that's more interesting for those people that want to? And you can just have like better unique rates. Maybe that would be it. Maybe the loot's even like the same, but the unique rates are just better. Like if you wanted to get it quicker.
My answer to this is I would love to see a hard mode of the 4 kind of core God Wars dungeon bosses where you are either fighting all 4 of them at once or some kind of weird Frankenstein that has all of their mechanics that it will work into the fight.
It's like a God Wars Scurious. It's got like the fucking head of 3 rats,
Yes,
but 4 God
exactly.
Wars generals.
Yeah, some awful abomination that's got like Grardor's legs, but Zilliana's tiny head on top of
Zilliana's
it or
body.
something.
What are we talking about? Zilliana's body with the other 3 heads on it.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Now,
what was the ooh?
I hold on. I need to see if AI can generate this for me. For
No. Oh no.
No, but yeah, I've always, I don't know, I just think it would be cool. I also do like the idea of just spawning all 4 of them and having no like intention from the mods of how you would actually defeat them. It's just to see, like almost just to see if it's even possible to kill all 4 of them. I feel like it would be. It would probably be something very boring where you just like all the God Wars done, where you just run around in circles. But I don't know, something like that where it's all, because they all have like one unique mechanic. It would be really cool to see all of those incorporated into one fight.
That'd be
The
pretty wicked.
other way you could
Yeah.
do it was you just do the next arena, but instead of the 4 dudes around the outside, you just have the 4 God Wars bosses around the outside, and then
Oh, yeah.
next
Ooh.
throughout
Oh,
the fight
shit.
you know, because next like absorbs their power, so she can like take on one of their mechanics throughout the fight and just keep building on those mechanics.
I was gonna say we've never seen anything like that. 4 pillars, 3 phases. Oh shit, this is revolutionary. Excited.
I feel like I've brought this up before, obviously, but dungeoneering, yes, but it doesn't have to be like a new addition to the game. What if like dungeoneering was an addition to current Gauntlet? So it was like an awakened Gauntlet where
God.
there's more key types. You can make overload pots. I think that's one thing that people in general would want to see for dungeoneering, or sorry, for Gauntlet, is just like an attack boost potion or like attack defense, whatever. Yeah, and then like you could have like guardian rooms. Like you don't have to have the full extent of dungeoneering, but you could just incorporate more aspects of it. Because there's just like I've said time and time again, there is just so many like concepts from dungeoneering that were never brought into Gauntlet. So that's why I cannot see why they are like analogous to each other, because they're just not. They are just not. So yeah, I don't know. I think that is something like that could be cool. Like a different Gauntlet, like an awakened Gauntlet.
It would be cool if like you were somehow able, because the biggest problem with like CG for me is just the RNG of it, like getting bad room spawns. So it'd be cool if there was somehow a way to like not have it be predetermined, but because you're saying dungeoneering, which presumably would incorporate even more different skills. So maybe there's a way to have it be still RNG, but like it could be even more thinky where like there's multiple ways to get food and multiple ways to get armor. Like you could craft it, or you could mine for it, or you could like have different paths to getting the same kind of inventory that you're going for through different
Yeah.
types of skills and different types of, demi bosses, like you're saying. What you're saying is kind of almost feels like a mini raid at that point, like a solo raid where you're really like building up and stuff. And it would be, I could see it being like a 20-minute thing where you're going through it. And if that was offset by like having it be 1 in 50 for an enhanced by that, I fully go for that. 1 in 100 or something, a better rate to compensate for more difficulty and longer time. I even just to break up the monotony of CG for Iron Man, do one of those for every 5 CG or something. I don't know. I'd be fully on board with it.
It'd even be cool if you could have sort of like an awakened key from the normal gauntlet. So the normal gauntlet maybe has a drop rate of like 1 in 25, and the CG has a drop rate of like 1 in 5 for this key. So every like 5 CGs you do, you get a chance at this awakened gauntlet that's more like a 20-minute run, and the drop rate is like a 1 in 50 for it. So it feels like this occasional thing that you get every few runs. You're probably going to fail them a bunch, but eventually you'll kind of get it down. Like hardcores probably wouldn't do it, but like other people could do it. It's just like a little bit harder, but longer and a little bit more focused by the end.
Yeah.
And it could just like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a cool idea.
Change up shit.
Wouldn't
Speed
just
up the
completely
grind
replace CG.
for CG for
Yeah.
irons as well. The ones who are
And you could
want to put in
sell
like that
those.
sweatiness.
You could sell those keys similar to like Yama contracts, for those that are wanting, whatever, going for like the guaranteed oath plate. Like those contracts sell for a fuck ton. And if you could get these CG keys that are like a harder version of it, and then some people don't want to do it, they could just sell the key. They don't even have to like collect and let it collect dust.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we've saved the best question for last, and it is this. At what age was RuneScape the most embarrassing to play? And what story do you have of either hiding your addiction or lying about it?
For me personally, the most embarrassing age to play RuneScape is every year that goes on.
No, it's less embarrassing. What are you saying? Stop it.
Because the emphasis that people put on you're still playing that, every year that goes on, it's just getting worse and worse.
Hey,
And
they'll
I'm
all
very-
die
I'm
off,
very-
and we'll still be playing it. Everyone's getting older. We're all going to start dying soon.
Yeah, well, yeah, even the there's less and less people who played it when they were, there are less and less people our age who played it when they were younger. So yeah, it's even more obscure now. It's like, oh, it's like I tell them that I only crochet or something. It just feels so antiquated, old. And but I'm very grateful for this podcast, because then I can tell people that like, no, like I'm like doing content creation around it. I'm not just playing the game,
Yeah, this is work.
But I've never hidden it. I feel like it's just, I mean, honestly, it's been a part of my personality for my whole life. And most people just know that about me. But I think a time I can remember going on a trip to Colorado, which is like a 9-hour drive from where I am, with a group of people, and asking to sit in the back seat so I could play mobile the whole time without any shame.
And did anyone ever notice?
No, I just thought it was on my phone.
Okay.
I
But playing
mean,
sideways, were you like slanting your head, kind of like leaning on the window so you could play it sideways, but look at like
No,
you're
just-
kind of playing a portrait?
just full blanket over the head, so I don't have any
Oh,
sunlight on
okay.
the screen.
Yeah.
Just sweating under there.
Yeah,
But,
and then everyone's like,
nobody
"Are
can
you
know.
all right? You need the temperature?" Like, I'm good, man.
No, I'm good. I'm masturbating. I promise.
Yeah.
That's all
What are you
just
doing down there?
under.
Masturbating. Okay.
That easier to explain.
Much easier. Way less embarrassing too.
So it was right around the time when the Duriel 321 stuff happened. I was the recipient of the Duriel 321 bug, like dying to another player outside of the wilderness. But this was before it happened. So this was people discovering the bug to use in the future before that 666 event actually happened. And I was on a borrowed account, which was not allowed back in the day, but my friends had a borrowed account that was much better than mine, and I just logged in when I felt like it. And I went to somebody's 99 house party, and they killed me in the dungeon. And because I had I think it was a red Halloween mask, if you died, you would just lose it, and it was
Oh,
like
God.
the old timers back then, so you'd lose it within a minute, right? So I lost it. They killed me to the bug. I had no idea what happened. My heart was racing, and I was like, shit, like I have to get this item that's so rare. Like how am I gonna get this? But all of my friends that I didn't know, they all paid for gold, like collectively together. They all like used lunch money or whatever to buy gold. So they like saved their lunch money or allowance or whatever, and they bought gold back in the day. So I had to go to each person's house and pay them money in person. And it was the most like degrading thing I've ever done related to RuneScape. It was
Damn.
so embarrassing. Like they were pissed. They were like, you need to give us like $20 each. Because back then gold was a shitload of money compared to like
Damn, dude.
now how it is allegedly. So yeah, it's just pretty bad. So yeah, I had to pay the coffers, you know. I was just I was unfortunate, but
That
it's
is
kind of cool to be a
devastating.
part of it's cool though because I was a part of history and I didn't even know it. It was
Okay.
really just like I died to a bug that ended up being one of the biggest things that ever happened in like MMO history. So that's kind of cool. But you know, the money losses, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment for you all these years later.
Yeah, dude. I hate myself. You're right. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah.
Everyone always kind of knew that I was like a RuneScape player, and if anything, like I know that normally people think it's like a deterrent to your street cred, but for me, if anything, honestly, I feel like it added to my street cred over the years.
Yeah.
Because
Look at
we
your
were like,
Twitter
oh my
clout.
god, you're a gamer, like like um so yeah, so I always kind of embraced it. But at points in my life, I think I embraced it a little bit too much. So to like one of my best friends at the time, like I took my laptop to her 15th birthday party, um, because I wanted to play RuneScape while I was at the birthday party, and I actually did, I think, for a
Oh
little
my
bit of time.
God.
Yeah, and I was like, but then after that, I kind of reflected, and I was like, what am I doing?
That was
So
low
I
key
still
goated of you. Just saying.
Yeah.
and
Antisocial queen.
I mean,
no,
it's
trust me,
only
I still
goaded if you can own it,
participated.
but I doubt she owned it, you know? Like, it's just,
I still participated in like the birthday activities. Like I was still doing like karaoke and all
yeah.
that shit.
But,
Like,
like, in a bad
but then
mood.
I was like, okay, guys, I need, like,
I
I'll
need to
be
go
right back.
now over here.
I'll be right back, guys.
Gotta click
Like,
again. Can't log out.
yeah. Exactly. But no, apart from that, RuneScape has always boosted my vibe, I think, for the most
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I
Hell
believe
yeah.
your street credit score has gone up through the roof because of it.
No, dude, I like since I moved back to like my hometown, like there was a couple of parties I went to, and like people there would come up to me, they're like, yo, you're a streamer now, like
Ooh.
because no, but this is the thing, I think some of the people who were saying this to me kind of like fetishized the whole thing, so it was like weird
Oh
at
God.
Yeah.
it was like weird at the same time, but anyway, I digress. It's yeah, no, love RuneScape's always loved me.
Well,
Amen.
this was definitely a little bit of a longer episode, but I enjoyed the questions. This was wonderful, and we appreciate you guys listening as always. And yeah, drop us some topics for next week. Any final words from you three?
Love ya. Thanks for
Mexscape.
watching. Yeah, Mexscape.
Next
Yeah,
game.
drop it, Jagex. Come on, man.
That'd be so.
We know you
Agreed.
have it.
It's got to be the RuneScape mechanics though. It can't be some futuristic, stupid Toontown looking ass thing. I want it to be RuneScape. You know. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for listening as always, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.